Namaste everyone, welcome to Wellness Mantra with me, Shyama. I trust you have all practiced like you promised last week, because we are going to continue our dynamic yoga for this week as well. As long as the weather is going to be a little chill, I think it's very, very essential that you keep the temperature up and high by making yourself warm a little bit. And how do you do that? By indulging in a bit of dynamic movements, and that's what dynamic yoga is all about. Ready? Let's start with some basic warm-up routine, breathing in and out, in and out. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9 and 10. Very good. Put your hands in and try to reach your heels towards your shoulders. Breathing in, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9 and 10. Good job, guys. All right. Now we'll try and see how good we are to balance. So we're going to try and lift our right feet up. Hold your right feet with both your hands and press it into your back. And when you do that, try to point your knees downwards and look straight, look and smile. That was just the first part. This time, when we're going to hold our right feet, we're going to try and see if we can stretch our hand out. All right? So you're going to hold your right feet in your right hand. Breathe in, lift your right feet up, stretch your left hand away. Stay there, breathe normally, smile. Breathe out and bring it down. Now, if it's very difficult for you to actually balance yourself that way, I'll give you one quick tip. First, focus at one point. All right, it helps to just bring your focal attention to just one point. For example, I'm going to focus my attention on that pot, or probably one leaf on that beautiful fiddle fig tree of mine. And when we are ready, I'm just going to breathe, stretch my leg up and stretch my hand towards the front. Stay there, breathe normally, smile. Be determined and you can do it. Well done. That's a beautiful stretch that you get as you try and balance. Now, for those of you who still found it hard to balance, the easiest way you can try doing that is using the support of a wall or an object. So either your table or the back of your chair, put your palms against the wall and stretch it out. All right? Makes it so much more easier. All right, so that was a little bit of a stretch. And now to further become a little more warmer before we start our super stretchy warm-ups and exercises. All right, so here we are. We're going to do a few sit-ups, and this time while we do our sit-ups, make sure that your feet is almost your shoulder width apart. Try not to push your knees anywhere further than your toes. So every time you do this, understand that you shouldn't be pushing your knees like that. So if you do that, you're going to hurt your knees. Every time you have to go down, you're going to use your back to sink into the ground and come up. All right, let's try it together. 1, 2, 3. Sink into the ground like you're sitting on an imaginary chair and come up. Sit in and up. Breathe out and up. Good job. Breathe out and come up. Breathe out and in. Breathe out and in. Out, in, out and in. Good job. All right. How about we do a little bit of the butterfly posture or the Baddakonasana? Just go down on the floor. Hold on to your feet, bring it as close as possible and flutter, flutter, flutter. The Baddakonasana always acts as a good warm-up routine to stretch out your inner thighs and buttocks muscles. There you go, breathe in and breathe out. One more time, breathe in and breathe out as you breathe out. Breathe normally. And slowly come up. Alright, just one fine stretch when you're there. Breathe out as you go back. Come to the center. Breathe out as you stretch back. And back to center. Alright. Now that we feel a little more warm, let's see how we can improve the stretch from our groin region into your leg, which is again extending your hamstrings per se. So let's see how we can do this. Last week we tried and did a fair bit of stretch with the triangle posture. Today we'll go back to that triangle posture and see how we can further enhance that stretch. Alright, from this triangle posture, one final stretch before we begin is going to be breathing in and bending sideways, letting your arm slide to the side. Enjoy. Breathe out. Breathe in and slip. Return. Let's do it again. I love doing that, and I love doing it in silence. And back. Good job. All right, just give a nice roll to your shoulders. 1, 2, 3, 4, and 5. The other way around. 1, 2, 3, 4, and 5. Now clasp your hands together behind you. Stretch it out and lift. Enjoy that nice stretch. Use your arms and see if you can further push it. Challenge yourself and see if you can feel that pointed awareness in your shoulder region as you stretch your arms further back. Enjoy the stretch and slowly come up. Release and hug yourself tight, going from one side to the other. Reverse. Continue. Oh, it's such a beautiful stretch. All right. I feel so good already. Okay, so today's stretch is going to involve a little bit of arm strengthening practice as well. So to do this, we go back to our triangle posture. From the triangle posture, I'm going to turn my left feet first to the left side, and I'm going to try and sink down my palms into the ground beside my left feet. Alright, from here I'm going to breathe in and try to straighten my left knee. So I'm going to straighten my left knee. Now I'm going to dip my head in, and then I'm going to breathe out as I go down like this. This is a very Kalari inspired practice. So going back, straightening out your front leg, and then breathing out, diving with your head down first, bending your knee, stretching up as you breathe in. Breathe out and go down again. One more time. One more round. All right, guys. 1, 2, 3. Sink in. And slowly come up. Now we do the same thing to the other side. All right. So point your right feet to the right side. Breathe in. Raise both your hands up. breathe out, sink your palms into the mat by the side of your right leg. Straighten out your right knee, stay there. Now when you breathe out, sink in your head, flexing your knee and then trying to touch the ground, and breathe in as you come up. Alright, breathe out and in. One more time, breathe out and in. One more time, breathe out and in. Breathe out and in. When you do this, you're actually challenging yourself to do an almost half push-up. Alright, you use the support of your hands to actually push yourself down and breathe in and pull yourself up. Alright, slowly come back to the center. That was an amazing stretch for your legs, and it is very challenging for your entire body. So try and keep practicing that, and I promise you, you're going to feel so good and so super flexible after this practice. It isn't going to be easy for beginners, but keep practicing. Persistence is the key, and you know that by now, isn't it? Alright, now there's another one of my favorite calorie-inspired practices. This is super duper fun. Alright, now for doing this, what I usually do is I stand in the center of the mat, stretch to the sides and sink to one side. Now it's going to be easy if I'm going to show you once and then I tell you how to do it. Alright, so this practice involves kicking your right foot all the way up and then sinking it back in. Alright, so we're going to do this together. Take your hand up, breathe in, kick, and then pull your leg back. As you pull your leg back, I want you to pull your hands back as well. Sink in and sit. Alright, now right now as you sit, I want you to try and see if the entire heels are on the ground. The hands are ideally by the side of the legs, okay? So if your left leg is in the front, your hands are by the side of the legs. So one hand on one side, the other hand on the other side. I am essentially not sitting, okay, but if you're going to just fall off that way, it's still alright, but try to see if you can balance yourself on the front leg. Alright, now from here I'm just going to pull myself up. I'm going to come up and then I'm going to do it to the other side. So here I'm going to kick my left leg up and then sink in and sit into the mat, taking your hands up, breathe in, kick as you breathe in and out like that. Okay, and now that you're sitting here, also try to sink in your heels into the ground. Make sure that you're sitting with your hands properly sunk into the ground again. Feel that stretch in your leg. The entire bottom of your leg is going to feel nice and beautiful stretch. If you have your tendons which are soft and not so stretchy, you will feel it right now, but it is very essential to try and do this. Some of my students who are very, very flexible find this very hard to practice, but if you keep practicing it, it's going to get better. So just keep practicing. Now you're going to breathe in and come up, turn to the other side, kick and sink. From here, we're just going to turn to the other side, breathe in and come up, kick and sink. Alright, and then we're going to turn to the side, come up, lift your hand up, kick and sink. Turn to the other side, breathe in, come up. We're going to do one last round of the kick and sink. Kick and sink. Enjoy that posture. Try and see how much you can maintain that posture. Enjoy the moments where you feel that you're challenging yourself. Your competition should be against no one but yourself. Always try to be a better version of yourself. Alright, so let's just sit down, relax for some time and just contemplate on what we just practiced. All right, I would like to sit in Vajrasana, which is sitting on the feet. So I'm going to be sitting on my heels, where I sink my bottom into my heels. You may feel free to split your heels to the side and sit into your feet as well. All right, so that is Vajrasana. Please close your eyes for a moment. Rest your palms on your lap. Take a deep breath in. Inhale. And observe the calmness that has just swept through your body. Just observe the beautiful stretch that you just did, and just observe how you feel different right now. If you have any aches or pains, I want you to bring your attention towards that part of your body and believe with each breath it's going to get easier, it's going to ease, and you're going to feel better. Take a deep breath in. Relax as you breathe out. One more time. Breathe in and breathe out. Breathe in and out. Let's just end today's session with the Shashankasana breathing. I'm going to take my palms behind my back, make a fist of my right palm, hold my right wrist with my left hand, feeling the pulse of my right wrist with my left hand. Breathe in and stretch up. Breathe out and slowly go down, sinking your abdomen followed by your chest, shoulders and forehead onto the ground. As you breathe in, I want you to start lifting your head, curl back your neck, pull up your shoulders, lift your chest, and eventually your abdomen off the ground. One more time. Breathe out, sink in. Breathe in and come up. Gently release your palms, place them back on your lap. Have a beautiful smile on your face. Understand that you are happiness. Your true nature is happiness, and you can seek happiness within yourself because you are happiness. Gently open your eyes and get ready to face this beautiful day. I hope you enjoyed today's session. I'll see you next week. Until then, this is bye-bye from Shyama.
வணக்கம் M4TV நேயர்களே, நான் உங்க பாலா.
நான் உங்க நம்ரிதா. பாலா, ஒரு எக்ஸைட்டிங்கான நியூஸ் நான் சொல்லட்டுமா?
கண்டிப்பா சொல்லு கேப்போம்.
M4TV is launching their Tamil shows too.
வாவ், கேக்குறதுக்கே செம எக்ஸைட்டிங்கா இருக்கு. அப்படினா நம்மளோட நேயர்கள் எல்லாம் வந்து சீக்கிரமா தமிழ் ஷோல சந்திக்க போறோம் சொல்லு.
கண்டிப்பா.
சூப்பர். இத பத்தி